This is the BZ kids camera. Let's take it out of the box. Now, yes, I'm aware the box showed blue, and this is the pink one. It's marked on the side of the box what color it is. You know, you used to be able to say pink is pretty for girls, but that doesn't necessarily fly these days. So you can get it in pink or blue. In the box is the camera, along with a color matching strap for it. They give you the instruction booklet. There's a USB cable, which is USB to micro USB to recharge the camera, as the camera is rechargeable. Included is a pink 32 gigabyte microSD card and a microSD card reader for it as well. So you can put the strap on if you'd like. There's little hooks on the thing here, and it's very simple, just like that. And you can also take it out of this covering if you don't want it in there. Now, of course, it's not as protected, but it's a little tiny cute camera now. Fits right in your hand. If you're a grown-up, of course. If you're a kid, then, you know, obviously it'll probably still be bigger than your hands. And you have your screen on the back. There's your lens. Over here is a microphone and a little speaker there. And it's not just a camera. It also will record videos. It also won't just record videos and take pictures. It has some games on it. So let's go ahead and test this out. Over here on the side is the microSD port, your charging port with a light that'll tell you when it's charged. And you're all set right here. You can hit the power button. And there we are. And you can select using the shutter button. So we'll choose camera mode. And this is what it sees. Now there are fluorescent lights in here, which is why you do see the banding. Different cameras are sensitive to that. This one apparently is. And we're all set here, and we can just take a picture just by doing that. Simple as that. Just takes pictures, 1, 2, 3, point and shoot, and you're all set. Let me get this set up so we can have a better look at it now. Okay, we're all set. Now, obviously, this isn't really seeing much because I don't have anything here for it to focus on. You see when I wave my hand in front of it. But it has different modes and different things you can do here. Maybe if I go like this, we can see something. You have different frames that it can put around the picture. So we can run through those, and there's really a whole lot of different stuff that it can do automatically for you. Just like that. You know, obviously you can put somebody's face in there if you wanted, or somebody's face in there if you wanted, you know, and you know, if you line up the shot just right, stuff like that. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff like this. Put a mustache or a funny face on somebody. There's just a lot of stuff here. It also has modes here. If I turn it, you can see how it sort of bends the picture. Bends it the other way. Does like a split down the middle with a mirror image. Does a 4-box kind of deal like that. There's green. There's black and white. There's sepia. Another sort of black and white mode. This is negative. Right here, if you can see that, that's a negative image. And now we're back to the standard one. You can also just do the different colors by pressing the up arrow and run through everything, I guess, backwards. So the up and down will sort of do that for you. So we'll get this back set to normal. There we are right there. And then you can press the left button and it lights up the self timer there, which you can turn off with that. If you press the right button, there's me, and there is the camera that's pointing at this. This is not an optical viewfinder. It's a selfie camera. It's another camera built in to the camera. That's really a pretty nifty feature, I must say. That's pretty cute. And of course you can apply all of the different things to that, you know, the different frames and whatnot. And then you can switch back. And I'll go ahead and set this back to the standard mode again, and then I'll record some video with it. But I also wanted to show you, we can go back here and go into the video mode. You can play back the pictures on here, your settings. I'll skip over that for a second. That will just show you like the firmware revision, stuff like that. We can go back, and in here are games. So we can select that. You have your choice of Snake, Tetris, Pushbox, and that's it. We'll just do Snake. Most people are familiar with this. I have to select it with the shutter button right there. And of course this starts off slow and gets more challenging as the game goes on. You can see each time it hits the red box, the snake gets a little bit longer. And now we have this one all the way at the top. Of course you can't crash into yourself or any of the walls. So we'll go over here, and it'll get longer still. So this will definitely keep your kid entertained for some time as well. In my testing with this camera, I found myself playing this more than with the camera itself. Just sometimes the little dumb games like that are more fun than anything else, you know? I mean, the kid will definitely have a ball taking pictures with this, and of course I'm going to take a few pictures with it and put them in the video. I'll also take some video with it and put that in the video so you can see the quality of it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with my game here until I die, at which point I will then do that. Now I left the camera at its default resolution, which is 12 megapixel, which nets 4000 by 3000 pixels on it. It also has a 3x digital zoom, as is seen in this picture here. Here are just a couple of other pictures. Color rendering on it seems to be pretty good all around, and for the most part spot on. And over here is an outdoor shot that I took with whatever daylight available. Okay, I'm currently recording with the BZ Kids camera. This is recording in 1080p. It'll also do 720, and it will also do VGA resolution. Motion on the screen that I am seeing is a bit herky-jerky. I don't know exactly what the frame rate is until, of course, I have this hooked up to the computer and get the data off of the card, and then I can find out for sure. It's kind of a rainy day, but I'll go outside and take a couple shots of that. So it rained earlier. You can see some cars going by. It's about 4 in the afternoon. We're in the winter season, so it gets dark pretty early, so there's really not much daylight left, but it's certainly bright enough to see what you're doing and where you're going for now. So we'll just have a couple more cars go by so you can see the motion that you'll get. Now I'm using the selfie camera to sort of take a selfie. I'll hold the camera out for myself like that. And I guess not too bad for what it is. It appears also that the image is mirrored. If you look at the number behind me, here I have it flipped around, but by default it's a mirror image. Okay, here are the settings on the camera. It comes up by default at 12 megapixel, which is exactly what the still shots that I took were in. That can be selectable. Let me go in there. And that can be changed from 2 megapixel on up to 20 megapixel. Of course, a lot of that is likely interpolated. I'd imagine this has an 8 megapixel sensor in it, but I don't know that to be certain, and I do not know what the rear camera is, as the documentation simply isn't there. Capture timer, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, or 10 seconds. I believe that's like the self timer. Your resolution can be 1080, 720, or VGA. Timestamp was on. That can be on or off. Language can be changed to any of the ones that you see right here. I'll leave that on English. Format will format your SD card. Date and time will allow you to set the date and time. And system reset will give you back to, reset the camera to defaults. And although not a feature, I do find it quite interesting how the camera body sort of lights up when it's turned on as such. It's ready to take a picture, but of course there's not enough light for it to see anything right now. But it is kind of cute how the body of that lights up. And of course you can have your kid use it in the covering for it, which is like a silicone kind of thing, so it protects it as such, like that. Makes it sort of look like a cat, and it's cute. It's definitely a kid's camera. It aspires to be nothing more than that, but it certainly does the trick. And for the price, for if you have a youngster in that, there is so much technology packed into this little thing. It's amazing, considering the stuff I had when I was a kid, which maybe made some beeps and boops if you were lucky, if it even did that much, and had a light on it. So times have really changed and come a long way. With the silicone, they can drop it. It's pretty well protected in there. Again, it's not going to, protect it from everything. It is not waterproof, so you do have to watch for that. But, you could kind of teach them how a camera works in that. You could put the strap on there so they know to keep the strap around their neck and things like that. You also get the 32 gig microSD card, the cable, and also a microSD reader. So it's all there. It's rechargeable, so when they run the batteries down, which you know they will, not a problem. Just plug it in. This has a timeout while it recharges, and it's back in business, ready to go again. Once again, this was the BZ Kids camera. Definitely a cute toy for your little one. I think it's cute just in and of its own right. As such, all around, I think it's a great deal. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find it available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.